prison. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment, and you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. They hiding corruption inside the cup, look how we evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clout. Then you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them, they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Baratons too, cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. I done fed up on the dirty water, low pressure, want scream and tell somebody. Imagine 1500 US, and they're telling me super salary. I done fed up on the unemployment racism and the lie they say one Guyana. Cause when you look where the oil money going, circulate with one set of banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how we evil set up. The people fed up.
There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jurong?
Su? Oh, Su? My relationship? Nothing. He's a tenant in my place, yeah.
And he's a good friend of yours?
Yes, yes, he is a friend of ours.
PPP will take care of you from erection to resurrection.
Are you any better?
No.
You're throwing out a helpless dog?
What helpless dog? I don't need a dog in my yard, all right? You want a dog, take it, put it between your legs.
The national player! All over!
Oh, Jesus Christ, if cost of living double, I don't know what happened. A pound of sugar is $300 already. Flour, everything gone up. Everything just raising. You gotta get about $40,000 for buy good ration. You gotta get 3 man now. A weekend man, a monthly man, and a fortnight man.
Who's that one? Low lights and hungry bellies.
Oh, Jesus Christ, if cost of living double, I don't know what happened. A pound of sugar is $300 already. Flour, everything gone up. Everything just raising. You gotta get about $40,000 for buy good ration. You gotta get 3 man now. A weekend man, a monthly man, and a fortnight man.
We start tonight's program again on this issue of the Guyana Ethnic Relations Commission. So far, the Ethnic Relations Commission has remained silent on the persecution of Guyanese, and only certain individuals are being targeted by the Ethnic Relations Commission. Thus far, my good friend Norris Witter and others. Now, I'm not picking on the others because I don't expect better from the others, most of whom I just do not know. I know Norris. I've been in the struggle with Norris, standing and fighting against human rights and other forms of discriminations and rights violations in Guyana. Norris Witter is a commissioner at the Guyana Ethnic Relations Commission. And up until this point, Norris Witter is silent. I don't know what is happening, But what I do know is that the Ethnic Relations Commission is out of order. The Ethnic Relations Commission is violating the constitutional rights of Guyanese, free speech. Now, if you call someone a name, it's not a violation, it's not a crime, it's absolutely nothing. Now, if the persons, if they feel as though their bumps are raised, and if they can prove any form of defamation or whatever, then it's up to that individual to take whomever it is to court. That is not the job of the Guyana Ethnic Relations Commission. And it's time that a lawyer in Guyana take this case up and challenge the Ethnic Relations Commission. Too many people, and more of those people, most of them, are opponents of the corrupt PPP regime. And the Ethnic Relations Commission, just like the Guyana Police Force, they are targeting individuals who are political opponents of the PPP. That is what is happening in Guyana. The corrupt PPP regime, they're weaponizing these agencies, these constitutional bodies. And so far, I am surprised that my good friend and brother in the struggle, Norris Witter, is silent, cannot be found. He's not answering his phone calls. I don't know what is happening. And if any of you who know Norris Witter, please have him make contact with us at 107.1 FM. Tell him that his former cellmate at the Brickdam police station is looking for him. He is on Facebook, the same name, Norris Witter, probably no photograph, but you can tag him tonight. Because this is the only way that I can send a request out to my good friend, Norris Witter. And I'm not doing like what the ERC doing. They're just putting people's photographs up there. I'll put the rest out there, but I'm focusing on Norris Witter because Norris should know better. And for Norris to sit there in an agency that is violating the rights of Guyanese, something isn't adding up. Turn to your neighbor and say something isn't adding up at all. Now, some may get vexed with me. Fair enough. Some may get vexed with me. I'm calling Norris Witter out, not because of any animosity, any vexation, or anything. I'm not going after him for personal. In fact, I'm not attacking him. I'm merely asking him a question. What is happening? What is happening at the Guyana Ethnic Relations Commission? That's all I'm asking. And I'm almost certain that Norris Bumps will not raise. He understands this. He should understand the struggle. And therefore, I expect, we expect, those of us who know better expect better from Norris Witter, a man who has been in the trenches, who has been in the struggle for workers' rights throughout the country. I salute him, I applaud him, and I wish I have that authority to give him a national award. However, he is silent on what is happening at the Guyana Ethnic Relations Commission. And that's all I'm attempting to call him out for. Nothing else. So this isn't anything personal. All right, what's going on? All of you guys out in Linden, what's happening? I see Eldon Kendall Harvey. Eldon Kelvin, what's Kendall Harvey? Probably related to the Kendalls on the current team. But good night to all of you. Kendall Harvey his mother is tuned into. She doesn't miss this show at all. I like when I see things like that. So it doesn't, come on, pick up my ego, so to speak. I feel good when people all the way, and Eldon Kendall Harvey boast and brag about his mom watching this program every single night. Every single night. I guess she likes to watch the folks from Linden. There's something about Linden folks, right? So, Harvey, tell your mom good night. If she's watching, good night. Eldon, tell your mom good night. And I'm sure that maybe you'll tell us her name so that we can call her out and say, hey, how are you doing? Mrs. Harvey, it is? Okay. All right, to Messina, Ben as well, all the way in Linden. And Orwell Don Cook. Gosh, Orwell Don Cook. Good night, must be looking for me, right? Good night, Miss Cook. Hope all is well. Desiree Narayan, how are you doing? Every single one of you. I'm calling all the ladies out tonight. Deborah, Sharona, Lynch, good night. No traveling. I thought maybe Deborah would be somewhere in Dubai. You never know. All right, what else is happening? Shondell and the entire crew, Claire, and every single one of you. If I don't call your name, don't get upset. Lauren Beete. I don't know how you pronounce that, but I'm going to take a chance and just say Beat, right? Miss Sybil Harvey, good night to you. Sybil Harvey, your son Eldon wants to say hi, and he promised that when he gets paid this week, he will give you a nice 100 and something thousand Guyana dollars. 100 and something thousand Guyana dollars from your son Eldon. What else is happening in your neck of the woods? I know I was missing in action yesterday. Lots of work and busy all over the place. And let me just, on a quick, while you guys share the link, on a quick immigration stuff, those who are from the countries that are banned, if you have I-130 or whatever applications you have in the system, do not be afraid to file, because it's not going to affect you because you're part of a banned country. And so the USCIS, they're allowing those applications to go through. So let not your heart be troubled. And that's what I say to all of my clients. Let not your heart be troubled. Be patient, and everything will be okay. And congrats to some of my clients who might be watching. And a successful week, a successful month, last month as well. Kudos to all of you. You know who you are. Keith Isidan Sr. is with us tonight. Keith, how are you doing? Long time no see. Beverly, how are you? I can't say Beverly, long time no see. But let's get straight down to business as you guys share the link. I wasn't on last night. As you can tell, I'm still recovering. It's been a tough couple of days for me, battling whatever it is, the flu, the cold. And, I'm getting up there in age, and the battle is not like what it used to be. So you got to eat well, some nice soup. Well, that's another story. All right. Eat well, soup. Gosh. And not the kind of soup that Selwyn Peters like to drink. Patricia Ann Madramutu, how are you doing? Look, I want to talk about this. Lots of things we want to talk about, but the late supreme leader of Iran and I was going to say the late dictator of Guyana, Jack Dale, but he's still, unfortunately, he's still around in politics. Should just go in a corner and roll over or something like that. But this is Bharat Jagdeo, also known as Dilip, because sometimes when you see someone looking like Bharat, is not Bharat, is Dilip, because Bharat Jagdeo is very ill, according to reports, very ill. So this was taken in 2010. Bharat Jagdeo went to Iran, and they were exchanging whatever it is that they were exchanging, and he opened up ways and means for some of those guys in Guyana to do business, and some of them did according to reports, some questionable business with some of those folks out in Iran that maybe one day Jack Dio could talk about those sort of deals, if you know what I mean. All right, again, my name is Mark Benchap. If you're now joining us, welcome to Straight Up. What else is happening as we get down to some serious business? It was Pagwa yesterday. Yes, it was Pagwa yesterday. And Pagwa isn't what it used to be. Well, a lot of things aren't what they used to be 10, 15, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, even when, you're probably younger. Some of you probably weren't born as yet. I know for sure Don Simpson wasn't born as yet. Denise Booker wasn't born as yet. Wayne Caesar was just probably a little baby. Keith Isidan, well, he's a big old man, born in the 50s. Thomasina Ben, I'm sure, wasn't born as yet. And lots of you weren't born as yet. Beatrice Selby wasn't born as yet. However, Pagwa back then used to be Pagwa. Now it's not really Pagwa, because it's Bagwa, right? It's not Pagwa. And the religion or the religious form of Pagwa has been taken out of Pagwa. And it is just what it is. You just dab out with some rum, you drink rum, you play all sort of wind up, skin up, joke up, bend up, backward, thing up, sprawl up. It's Pagwa, right? Back in the days when we used to play Pagwa, when all of us play Pagwa, right? And unity is not just when you embrace one particular culture or so. Unity should be across the board, right? So come Emancipation Day and things like that, we want to see all the Guyanese of East Indian descent. They must put on a little nice African outfit and go out there and eat the fufu and these sort of things as well. You got to be able to reciprocate. And when you see the cultures are being respected by everyone, everyone's culture and the religion and so forth must be respected by others. So you can't just say because a bunch of people, just Guyanese, them a play Pagwa, all sort of them a play Pagwa, and then it's unity. It's unity because you embrace the Indian culture. Oh, man, muma, a unity. Oh, look them. Wow, that is unity, right? But isn't it unity when you go also? I'm talking about some of my Indian family, them are quarantine. Put on your African attire and go at the national park. Or even the government, the so-called government of the day, should be able to facilitate those African organizations in Guyana to get the Guyana National Stadium free as well, to host a nice big show, not just at the national park. Every single year is the same thing. You get a couple tents and you walk around the national park. You walk around and some banners beating some. Hold a nice big show at the Guyana National Stadium. They should just rename that stadium Benchap Stadium or Hoyt National Stadium or something like that, right? Do something like that. That is what. And while you do it, something big for emancipation in Linden, in Borbees, I know Kildonan and Leeds and so forth, those people don't make joke. Eversham and them things, places, they don't make joke when it comes to emancipation and so forth. And so that is unity. It is unity. Unity is not a one-sided thing, And that when you embrace the Indian culture, well, y'all don't question me about the Indian culture. Y'all know me and that already. You know me and that already. I could make Amitabh Bachchan look like nothing. He's my favorite. And so back in the days with Pago used to Pagwa, right? Adilonga ila chica, right? And those of you who understand that longa ila chica, if anybody in the audience can tell me Which movie is Rangabade say, right? Are they Rangabade say, hey, are longa ila chica ba? Longa ila chica. If you can tell me what movie that is, then you could understand that. So embracing culture is a two-way street. It's a two-way street. That's all I'm saying. That's all that I'm saying. I don't have to eat you 7 curry for that to be defined as unity. Eating the 7 curry, for those of you who like 7 curry, and of course I like my 7 curry, but I haven't had it in a while since me and my family them stopped some of them, right? But eat the fufu, eat the metemg, and these sort of things. Put on African attire. Come over by me and eat fufu and these sort of things. Don't just invite me for me must go over by you. By use, and me must sit down and you in the house. And me must eat you in the food. And me must sit down and pandit and thing, say prayer, Tomewa mata, chapita, tomewa bandu, and so forth, right? It must be a two-way street for it to be a strong unity. And you've got to be careful of these people when they're all about unity, 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 unity. Unity is only a one-sided thing, you know. And so, thank you so much. Rajan Bin says the movie from the movie Silsila. Yeah, Silsila. Hare Ranga Ilachi, Ranga Ilachi Kaba, Hare Longa Ilachi. Hare Ranga Body say, peace, Kugadila, Ranga Body say, holy hey. No, let's get back to almost sound better than Terry Gadraj, dear my friend. Let's get back to Pagua now. Pagua back in the days used to be Pagua. Now, let me show all you something. Thanks. Where's our operator, Lemon? Now, this is Priya. Hi, Priya. Good night, Priya. Priya eating 7 curry. Because these days, everybody thinking for the camera, right? Priya eating 7 curry. 7 curry. She eating 7 curry, and look how she eating. That's why I'm saying the culture has basically diluted. It's just not what it used to be, the religion and the practicing of Pagua. And those of you who know when Pagua really started celebrating in Guyana, at least a long time, well, there was a festivity back in the 1920s and so forth. But all of these guys, including Priya, they are celebrating Pagua. But while they're celebrating Pagua, they're cussing Bornam. All you see where I'm coming from with this here, right? All you see where I'm coming from with this, they're cussing Bornam while they're celebrating Pagua. A lot of these guys don't know that Pagua became a national holiday under Lyndon Forbes Sampson Bornam. Pagua became a national holiday. Bim, I can't stop to show the photo now. It doesn't operate so, my friend. So maybe later on. So a national holiday, Pagua became a national holiday. National holiday. As a result of Lyndon Forbes Sampson Bornam and the PNC. But they're not going to tell people that. They don't want people know that. Right? They don't want people know that. They don't want people know. Right? They don't want people know that Pagua became a national holiday under Lyndon Forbes Sampson Bornam. President Lyndon Forbes Sampson Bornam make everybody, including Priya. Now we'll get back to the picture and I'll tell you, including Priya. And oh shucks, who is this one here? You can't even recognize him. If you guys recognize this Kunumunu in this picture here, tell me, please, because, you know, all of these guys are celebrating Pagua. But they're not going to tell their little picnic that the same man what them like cuss, and the same man what them like say a racial by, the same man, this is the same man, not this what Katahar would up on the screen here. That's Irfan Ali, by the way, right? The proper throating panam. I could say the proper throating panam. And so Bornham made this possible. So when they're playing Pagua in Guyana, they should have gone by the botanical garden there by Bornham tomb area there and play Pagua with Bornham too, because Bornham and the PNC made this possible. Turn to your neighbor and say, Bornham made this possible. Some of y'all ain't got no neighbors, so don't turn on nobody. I'll let Carlton, Popo, Anthony probably living all by himself. Randa Lane, well, congrats, Randa. I heard when you went, where you went? Antigua. I heard, Randa. We heard your story, girl. Good night to Randa Lane. And so, Pagua, yeah, all the holidays, Hindu, Christian, and them a cuss Bornham by them proper like cuss Bornham. If they're not cuss Bornham, then I feel good. You know, if they're not cuss Bornham, they not feel good. Now, let's go back to the photo with Priya. This is Priya celebrating Bornham's a holiday that was made by Bornham. Oh, yep. Priya, you should tell Bornham, thanks, y'all. So here is Priya celebrating Pagua. And while she's celebrating Pagua, she's eating. Y'all know back in the days, you know, you got Sani. Turn to your neighbor and say Sani. If I don't know what Sani, somebody got to tell I was Sani. Right? And so back in the days, you just gobble down this Pagua food. You eat with your like this. You eat and then you Sani. And then you take it and then you start eat like this, right? There's an art in eating. I don't want y'all to see so y'all could copy me, right? And then when you're done, you chate. So when you start lick the fingers and so forth, it's called chate. You chate your finger because the food tastes good. You chate, you chate, right? So turn to your neighbor and say chate. I'm going to do a little Hindi here tonight. Chate. And so Priya Manickchand is not really about the culture. She's just about the picture. Because, you know, once you take a picture, Priya take picture, Priya like picture. Priya like a picture because somebody tells you picture a walk, social media a walk. Chate. Chate means you lick your finger. You lick all the food, all the dal, all the curry, all the pumpkin, all the squash, all the baigan. You just lick your chatty, right? So I go to bed tonight, and y'all go to bed with one word, chatty. But say it properly, say it with much meaning and conviction. Chatty. So look at Priya now, and this is what I want everybody to see. Take a look at Priya. Priya Manickchand. Now, let's go and let me show you really what I want to show you. This is Priya now. Oops, shucks, that's not Priya. That's Otisha and Onej and the whole crew and Kwame and them, right? The whole crew. But that's not what I want to show you guys, though. There's a particular, with this thing here with Priya, man. We got to see back Priya. Where is Priya? Where is Priya? That's not Priya. So, good. This is Priya. And this is the food she's eating. I want all of our Hindu brothers and sisters to see what's going on there. Take a look at Priya eating this food that's supposed to be eaten like this. Let me show you how. Like this, right? You ting them up like this, and then there's an art. You got wrong. You got to do this with a passion. It's an art, you know. It's not like you just push your fingers like what James Bond and them now start learn to eat because they gotta do what master say, right? And them push them finger down like this and then haul them in the mouth. It goes like this. It's an art, right? So you gotta make sure you ting them off good, make sure you grab because when you go on, you take your finger like this and you grab a pumpkin from one finger. And then when you turn wrong now, by the time you reach the other finger, you grab a alu. And then when you grab a alu on this finger, it's kind of like playing piano. And then you grab a pumpkin with this finger here. And then the other finger, you grab the belange. And when you grab them so, you hold them like this and you put them in your mouth. It's an art. It's not just eating so. It's an art. Sani. Now Sami, Sani. And you get them done properly. It's an art. And if you don't know to do that, then it's a waste of time. So Priya Manickchand now, she decided that she's going to eat with a fork. Look at this. This is disgraceful. How you going to do this, Priya? How you going to eat this food with a fork? Shame and disgrace to Priya Manickchand. You don't do this. This is like a waste of time. And she doesn't understand the culture. She doesn't understand the religion. And so tonight I'm going to take the time out to teach her and others how to sani. And then you take it and you put it in your mouth. And then when you're done, you got chati. Because it doesn't end like that. You got to chati. Anyways, so that's what's going on with these guys in Pagua. Pagua is nothing meaningful for them any longer. They're not and I could challenge Priya, could come here right now, and I will challenge her any day, anytime about Pagua, about anything Hindu, about anything Indian, any day, right here on 107.1 FM. Y'all tell Priya I said so. Somebody tag her. Some of y'all like go on your page and put a heart and all kind of thing. I know some of y'all, tag her right now and tell her challenge any day, right here on 107.1 FM. So moving away from Priya now and the culture and how it has gotten over the years, right? Oh gosh. oh gosh. Oh, why is our operator doing this here, man? Why you put this white mouth guy? This what? Not even the pumpkin or the balanji or whatever it is, eggplant. Not even that could save this guy who accumulated white mouth, as he claimed, on the board. I mean, he said people had white mouth. And all them years, imagine Mark Phillips still got white mouth. Look, he going and sit down, and he going and lash a food, right? He going and lash a food because, hey, y'all look around emancipation time for these chaps. Look around for them, and y'all will see the difference. Y'all will see what I'm talking about. All you will see what I'm talking about. Look, he get food, and then look, he Hana, look, he Panza. Like, I don't know, man. Where does find these guys from here? These guys don't have to look like this Pagua time, They look like this all the time. All the time they look like this. Every single one of them look like this all the time, not just Pagua time. So there's something else before we move on I want to show y'all. Take a look at this. This is Pagua, Pagua. This is Pagua. Rum, Hennessy, dancing, sport up, wine up, skin up, drunk. That's what the culture has turned to. That's what the religion, for some of them, what they do to Hinduism. I know it is fun, but it has never been this kind of fun before. So I just wanted to point that out, that things have really changed, right, Rajan? And others. Now, we got other stuff to talk about, right? Turn to your neighbor and say, we got other stuff to chat to. Sorry, we got other stuff to talk about, right? The LGBT community gone after this chap here now, Sanction Man, Mohammed, because of infiltration of lesbians in Muslim community, gays in Muslim community, and all sorts of things. And there was a video circulating that he said that a set of gays there inside, a set of lesbians in Islam and Muslim, and all sorts of things. He started all sorts of things. And the LGBT community members, they didn't like that. And so they took him to task, and he had to take it down. He chatted, so till he take it down. But this is not the first time. The elder Muhammad did almost similar thing about 15 years ago, and then now his son, what's his name again? Azruddin Muhammad is basically talking about all sort of thing, lesbian and anti this and anti that, and I don't know, man. But I go figure it out. I go figure out certain people who are just talking like mouth target, and sometimes you gotta be mindful. This is 2026, 2026, not 2006 and 1996 and thing, the Bombay by days and so forth, right? Wasn't it Buju Banton's son, who said the other day that he said, Buju Banton's son said he almost turned a fish. And that's the big thing, the big debate now. Y'all know what fish is, right? He almost turned a fish. Almost was about to, but he said nah. Good night again to all of you. My name is Mark Benshaw. Welcome to Straight Up, right? What else we can talk about? I was walking and I saw this bike for sale, almost $1,000+ US. This reminds me of back in Guyana. There was a bike that we called Kalai. I don't know how many of you know this here, Kalai. Just imagine these things going for over $1,000+, $2,000, all kind of thing, US dollars, And this thing looked beat up, but back in the days, oh gosh, you get a Kalai, you get any girls in the village, and y'all know me already. I had me Kalai. I had my Kalai. And y'all know me already. I pick up my Kalai and go in some other village. It's not me own, it's one of my neighbor Kalai I borrow, but everybody know it as mine. Make joke. Up to now, I still get some of them girls' numbers. Oops, sorry about that. Guys, let's get back here. Good night again, and welcome to Straight Up. My name is Mark Benshaw, right? Other things happened in Guyana. We saw a guy, some guy named Corlup, right, in a police station, costing up a police. But let me tell you guys this. We all love Guyana, right? And we understand each other for the most part. But I'll tell you this, I didn't understand one thing what Corlup or whatever his name is said to that senior policeman. And this is how Guyana's got, when police become slack, anything anything could happen in a police station. You get people busting shots in front of the police station, grabbing the people and all. We heard that a couple of years ago. All of these things happen under the PPP regime. And then you have a man like Hicken is telling sergeants of the Guyana police force, don't take bribe. If I was a sergeant, I would have said, well, charity begins at home. Y'all up top, stop taking bribes. Y'all up top are the most corrupt, according to the man in the streets, right? The most corrupt. They take money for all sorts of things. They build big fancy houses, and then they go lecturing to the sergeants and them and tell the sergeants and them, y'all don't take bribe. And when he can talk, sometimes you look back and you say, what really going on with Guyana, man? What's happening with Hicken? These guys think people don't know them. But I want Azruddin talking. He only talking about one or two of them ministers in the PPP. Like he picking on the Amerindian minister. The Amerindian minister must get rich and Azruddin bombs raised. And then Mustafa, his good friends, farmer friends, must build a big house and he bombs raised. And then now we get to understand why he picking on what's his name? I mean, what's her name? That minister, man. Now we understand why he picking on that minister. Because, what's her name? Rodriguez, right? I don't, what's her first name again, right? Now we understand why he picking on her. Viciously, though. viciously. But wasn't it not too long ago? You guys can tell me what's her name, man. Susan. Thank you, Annette Cummings. I almost say Annette Ferguson, but Annette Ferguson doesn't watch this show any longer since we called her out about her pullovery. And when she ran across the street, right? And almost got knocked down by a car to go and hug Priya, right? So Susan Rodriguez. But let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. The hypocrisy has got to stop. Here is the hypocrisy. When Azruddin was running around with a lot of these PPP officials and so forth, right? He didn't know then that Susan Rodriguez is a lesbian or a member of the LGBT community. He didn't know that then. Of course he knew it, but it was okay then. But now it's not okay. According to Azruddin, like lesbian, bonfire upon the lesbian, they gotta go. They gotta go. According to him, but he didn't know that all the time with Susan when they were drinking bodies and eating and sporting and pictures and enjoying life and things. He didn't know she was a lesbian then. He didn't know that lesbian existed in Guyana. He didn't know that there are lesbians and there are gays in the masjid, in the Hindu temples, in the churches, and all these sort of. He didn't know all of that then. I don't know, something is strange in Guyana, if you ask me, and the hypocrisy is so blatant, guys. It's so blatant. Strange country, very, very strange country indeed, right? But I want back to Hicken and these guys, right? Talking about corruption. I want, at some point in time, since Hicken is telling the sergeants them not to take bribe, I want guys like Azruddin and them to say whether they have ever given Hicken any bribe, any gift, any cars, couple $1 million. I want Azruddin. This is why I want Azruddin and them to start talk, Not just so I'm reading you'll get house overnight and these other things. I'm reading minister, sorry. And Susan Rodriguez, sorry. This is what I want. We got to focus on these things, whether Azruddin has ever given the commissioner of police a bribe, house lot, house, or anything, or vehicle. And the same for the crime chief, though. And then we could say, you know what I mean? You guys know where I'm heading with that, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. Those are Susan Rodriguez's house. We heard about it years ago. We spoke about it right here on 107.1 FM too. So they're nothing new, by the way, and then we have this policeman. He's still back there. Nothing has happened. Remember the little girl? You guys remember her name, right? How could you guys forget her name? Oh, gosh. Adriana Young, right? Yeah. And so we also have, this is what we want the Commissioner of Police to talk about as well. We want him to talk about the policeman that was sanctioned. We want him to talk about those sort of things, the policeman that was sanctioned. But he's not going to talk about those things, mind you, for obvious reasons. So let's get back to the police station and curl up. For those of you who saw that video, it's despicable. It's shameful. A man walks into a known character, walks into a police station. He named Corlop. And the only thing that I understood was, and the only reason I understood that part is because the senior police officer said, "You gonna joke out me, I bye." And those officers who were there, they're known for going after people in the streets and roughing people up. But a man like Corlup, right, who got his connection among certain questionable characters, right? Corlup walks into a police station, right? Now, you can't blame Corlup, you know. You can't blame Corlup because that is what they allow. That is what they have basically, they have nourished these guys. They have mingled with these guys and all sort of things. And so when Corlup walks into a police station and behave like that, I'm repeating, y'all can't blame Corlup, you know. Don't blame Corlup. Corlup is doing exactly what the police force, they have encouraged the likes of Corlup to do. Because when you call up with people and you call up with their money and you call up with certain things and you cover up and you call up on those things, that's exactly what's going to happen. So the police force got to face the embarrassment of Corlup walking in there. And then the policeman now turn and say, you can joke out me, I buy. Y'all book this man and send it to Rumville. You can joke out me, I buy. Right, Commissioner Cole? You can joke out me, I buy. Yeah, you want joke out me, I. Picture a small man to walk right in there and do exactly that. You think he won't even reach far? It's mere cough and blows and gun butt and all kind of thing. But you think they touch Corlup? You think they would do that to Corlup? No, they encourage those things. They're probably taking money from Corlup and Corlup people them. All the Corlup people them, the police force probably taking money and doing all kind of things. And so they can't do nothing. Oh, Corlup. Corlup, good. Is I don't know what language is the Corlup, this Corlup language you call it, right? But the police, they look for these sort of things. So they look for it. They look for it. They look for the disrespect that they're getting right now. So I don't blame Corlup. Corlup said, "Juke up your eye, juke up your eye, juke up your eye." Corlup probably would have juke out the eye for truth because they encourage that. I'm sure they're probably taking money from Corlup, right? So Corlup believed that he had every right to behave like that. They set the press charges on Corlup. He get put on bail. What's going to happen? The charge on Corlup can disappear. It's done with. Done with. Anyways, my name is Mark Benshaw. Welcome to Straight Up if you're now joining us. It's 55 minutes after 9 o'clock in beautiful, beautiful Guyana. Well, lots of things happening. Two little ones, brother and sister died. Now, in a community, what sort of government would have this sort of thing in a community with little kids? And you're not going to protect, how much would it cost to fence this thing, put proper protection around this thing here? You left it wide open, just like Jack Dale, wide open. You know what I mean? Wide open in a community. They got children and all sorts of things. They're running by, and kids will be kids. But you've got to protect the kids. Not when these things happen, and then you get all the ministers them a run. If you go take picture, because just like a picture, they go hug the mother. They hug them up now because they want picture, as though they care, right? But they have created this. They are the cause of these sort of things in the country, because there is nothing there to protect. Look at this thing, wide open. And the water and every single thing. And so the little kids in the community, they could go and they could play, they could swim and all sorts of things. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. The little boy and girl drowned, quote unquote, drowned. And then all of them want to run up there to take picture with the family and crocodile tears, so that the camera could look and see them Them a cry, crocodile tears. Uh, uh, I'm so sorry. It is their negligence. They're the ones who caused this to happen to those two little angels. I don't know what's happening, man. Look at these. These you call these contractors at Chetram? You call these contractors? I don't know who the contractor is, whether it's Irfan, brother, daddy, or whomever. Look at this. You do not do work like this. Now the family should sue the state. This is the state's negligence. Not just the contractor. You sue the contractor and you sue the government also. But what these Pakus are going to do, they're going to rush into and meet the family, and they feel that give little weak money, right? You give little weak money. Oh, we go bury them two little picnic, right? And give little weak money to buy little coffee and eat little biscuit, and it's okay. And we go give you a little something just to die the thing down, right? And the ministers, them, they go give their number. And they go say, must call me, right? Oh, must call me. And so the family now feel nice that they got a minister number and they could call them in a minister. Oh, morning, right? And then and I hope that that's not the case though, right? This is no disrespect to the family, and condolences to the family and everyone in that community on the passing of those two little angels. But that is how they swore these people. Y'all remember Adriana Young? Irfan Ali was looking for Adriana Young's father. Wait there. What's Adriana Young's father's name again? Give him a number. Priya go there, give she number. All them go give number because they want people to call them personally. And once you call them personally, it's swar. It's called swar. You're not going to get justice because their job is to pacify the situation. Sweet talk winner. And once they sweet talk winner, that's it. Thank you, Savage Tish, Sir Brian. Sweet talk winner. And so they're going to sweet talk the family of these two little angels that quote unquote drunk. And they're going to give them couple boxes of biscuit for wake, and they're gonna say, don't worry, they're gonna take care of the funeral expense and so forth, and probably give them a little $5 million and story done. The state is negligent. They are negligent. They should be sued. The government should be sued. Look at this here. Look at this swamp area. They left it just like that, wide open, like I said earlier. That's what's going on. The slackness, the lawlessness that's happening in the country, and the wasteful spending of monies for friends and cronies. If I tell you all about them big business, well, Irfan Ali, according to information, big business, Irfan Ali get on the Linden Soestdijk Highway. Big man, according to information, a mine cows, anything over 2,000 or 1,000 head cow, a man, a mine fish, all sort of things. I think I got hear story. Anyway, sorry. Stick to this here, right? And so the point is basically they don't care about people. You think Irfan or Jogdeo or Priya or any one of them would want this sort of thing in their neighborhood, in this condition? No. The poor people neighborhood, yeah, just go and dash them and dig something, and that's it. It's done. That's it. I don't know. Y'all got to pray for Guyana. All you got to pray for Guyana. Turn to your neighbor and say, all you got to pray for Guyana. All these things happening. All these things happening and not a word. Man 70 jump through a window. Some spirit must have dragged he through a window. Just like not so long ago, weeks before they say, a young woman jumped through a window too. Some spirit must have dragged she through to a window, and story done, no investigation, no nothing. No one is held accountable. Weeks later, a man, 70-year-old, this man here, I don't know, I've never seen critic cry so much in public for a man. So we could understand probably why he crying for the man. But he only make it look as though somebody accused him of thieving the man mango pelter. There's more to this story, but nobody wants it. Critics torn up just like that, looking for this man. This man is his friend with a man named Victor. And crying for Victor phone, crying for Victor mango pelter. You tell me that critic claim that he know this man, but he don't know nobody, he don't know this man, family, he don't know with this. Just like that, you know a man, and you don't know nothing about this man. You don't even know where this man live. And then you crying for this man. There's more into those tears. Anyways, manners know why there's cry for men. Oh, Father, 3 minutes after 10 o'clock Guyana time. My name is Mark Benshaw. But the point is that these things, nothing ever happens. Nothing. No one is brought to justice. There's no proper compensation. There's nothing. It's usual. And then the other thing now, a little girl in the streets of Georgetown, dragged by 2 workers of the state. Miss Cole, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys saw that video with that little girl, dragging that little girl on the street. Ignorance. Those workers, social workers, believe that she may have done, in their eyes, something wrong. What is she doing on the streets? Probably during school hours. I don't know. But whatever it is, you do not treat a little girl, a child, in the manner they treated that girl on camera. That's how the government treats young people anyways, every single day. But this is too much. You do not do that. Why would you drag that girl like that in that condition, and then her underwear and everything just showing and exposed, and you're just dragging her? I don't know. What has Guyana turned to Leon Christian? Leon Christian, turn to your neighbor and say, what has Guyana turned to? It's like robots are more human beings than some of these human beings in Guyana. There's no justification to drag those women, that little girl like that, sorry. No justification. As I've said to some folks, Guyana is so traumatic because for 20-something years, the PPP has corrupted Guyana so much that people haven't recovered as yet. This entire generation, all they know is trauma, unfortunately. And so just watching that little girl being dragged like that, and then the former head of the I think is Anne is her name. I've had my fair share of dealings with that organization, and they haven't been the best for a long time. They have not been the best. They've always been accused of a lot of different things, ill-treating the little boys, little girls, all manner of things. But I don't think they're, Anne Green, thank you, Sandra. I don't think they're as bad as what we saw today. And Commissioner Cole could tell you about some stories that we have worked on when I would say, stationed in Guyana. Lots of these things we have worked on. Little boys being raped, covered up, all manner of things. I recall there was a little boy, probably about 11 or 12, was raped somewhere from Charlestown there. I interviewed him, talked. Matter was handed over to the police, child care. He was in the custody of child care. I don't know what happened with that little boy and little girls as well. And the child care is really there to protect these young people, to protect them. Are they really protecting them? I don't know, but it is Guyana. Every day it's one thing to the next, every single day. And our prayers are with that little girl, and she needs help. I don't know whatever it is they accused her of doing, whatever it is that they suspected that she has done, whether skulk, as you know, we say in Guyana at one point, skulk from school. I don't know. And so what we will do at the Ben Sharp Foundation, we will pledge to, because that young lady deserves some sort of help, and we are going to give her $20,000 and a laptop computer. And we will do that in this coming week as our contribution to that little girl. She doesn't deserve that at all. Our prayers are with that family at this time. I listened to her mother, and it was sad just watching that. Those of us who have kids, and you don't necessarily have to have kids not to feel that pain, and especially a little girl as well. Guyana's gone to the dogs, guys. It's gone to the dogs. And every day they talk about money, those in the government. They talk about money every single day. They talk about money every single day. All they can talk about is money, 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 money. Billions of dollars, $1 trillion budget, 1.5 trillion. Money, 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 money. These scavengers can talk about money, 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 money. No morality, no decency. It's just corruption upon corruption upon corruption upon corruption upon corruption. That's all. And our children are dying. And the hypocrisy by some of these who disguise themselves as leaders, it's just too much. It's just too much, guys. It's just too much. Sometimes you wonder. It's just too much. Guys, I'll be back tomorrow, same place, same time. But you've got to pray for Guyana. You've got to pray for your adopted country, the U.S. You've got to pray for those around the world who are suffering as well. I'm gone. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same place, same time. God bless you all. Those who have called me and probably wish me a speedy recovery, thank you so much. Thank you all so much. I'm out of here, man. God bless you.
I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours of blackout and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public base, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fear with the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment, and you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clout. Then you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Baratans too. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. I done fed up on the dirty water, low pressure, want scream and tell somebody. Imagine 1,500 US and they're telling me super salary. I done fed up on the unemployment racism and the lie they say one Guyana. Cause when you look with the oil money going, circulate with one set of banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup. Look